It's a big question. I mean, I can make a few remarks to what I think I understood from your question. First of all, I want to say, contrary to the impression that I may have given, I'm not saying that marginality is necessarily good. I'm not saying that it's necessarily bad. But what I'm saying is that it may be a fact. And I think that rather than engage that fact and indulge that fact for whatever positive features it may carry, our tendency is to run away from it. And I think that that's what we need to question. And we may conclude, once we question it, that, well, yeah, we do need to run back toward the center. That's fine. We haven't even had that discussion. All right? Second, with regard to the nation state, I mean, we're not talking about, look, when you say American, the real question is there, who owns that construct? All right? There are people, on the one hand, who would say that, let's say, for example, Ebonics is not American. Right? From the perspective of a certain group of definers. From the perspective of another group of definers, it's not only American, but it's only American. It's not even Western, it's only American. So what I think is important for us is to arrive at a point where we feel that we have sufficient cultural authority to self-define. And to self-define in such a manner that does not enable others to alienate us from the society in which we live. And I think that we have to understand this not simply as a survival issue, all right? But we have to understand that we could not be effective as Muslims in terms of transmitting this message in a manner that it could be understood to the people around us as long as we are aliens within the society in which we live. And this is prophetic. None of the prophets were aliens where they lived. And that's why they could always tell their people, we are sincere to you. We take your interests very seriously. All right? And what we are here to give you something that is actually in your interest. All right? You can't do that if you're an alien. But I'm not talking about, I mean, when we hear center and American and all that, we hear assimilation. I'm not talking about that at all. And I think that, just think about it this way, in terms of the black community, you have a community here whose very authenticity is tied up with the degree to which it resists assimilation. And the more that community resists assimilation, in a sense, the more authentic it becomes. So there are multiple possibilities in America. And which is why I don't think we should be afraid of this American thing. But we have to be careful about who we're recognizing as being the definers of America.